In the hustle and bustle of our modern lives, it is easy to become overwhelmed by the constant demands and pressures that seem to consume our every waking moment. We find ourselves rushing from one task to the next, barely pausing to take a breath, let alone reflect on the direction in which our lives are headed. But what if I told you that it is possible to achieve significant change in your life by making small, incremental adjustments to your daily habits? What if I told you that you have the power within you to create a life of purpose, fulfillment, and meaning? This may sound too good to be true, but I assure you it is entirely possible. In this book, we will explore the concept of small steps leading to big impact. We will delve into the power of habits and how they play a crucial role in shaping our lives. We will learn how to identify the habits that are holding us back and replace them with new, empowering ones that will propel us towards our goals. But before we dive into the specifics of how to change our habits, we must first set the stage for this transformative journey. We must embark on a journey of self-discovery and reflection, taking a close look at where we are currently in our lives and where we want to be. It is important to remember that change does not happen overnight. It is a gradual process that requires patience, persistence, and dedication. Small steps taken consistently over time can lead to monumental shifts in our lives. This is the power of habits. They have the ability to shape our destiny for better or for worse. As we begin this journey together, I invite you to open your mind and your heart to the possibilities that lie ahead. Embrace the idea that small changes in your daily habits can lead to significant impact over time. Believe in your own potential to create the life you desire and deserve. So, as we embark on this path of personal growth and transformation, remember that every small step counts. Each action you take, no matter how seemingly insignificant, has the power to ripple outwards and create a ripple effect in your life. Are you ready to take that first step towards a brighter, more fulfilling future? If so, then let us begin this journey together, one small step at a time. As we begin our journey towards achieving significant change through habits, it is important to first understand the power that habits hold in shaping our daily lives. Habits are ingrained behaviors that we repeat almost automatically, often without even realizing it. They can be both positive and negative, influencing our thoughts, actions, and ultimately our outcomes. Our habits are formed through a process known as the habit loop. This loop consists of three key components: the cue, the routine, and the reward. The cue is the trigger that sets off the habit, the routine is the behavior itself, and the reward is the satisfaction or pleasure that we receive from completing the habit. Understanding this loop is crucial in identifying and changing our habits. We often underestimate the impact that our habits have on our lives. Small, seemingly insignificant habits can actually have a huge impact on our overall well-being and success. For example, the habit of starting each day with a positive mindset can set the tone for the rest of the day, leading to increased productivity and happiness. Conversely, the habit of constantly focusing on negative thoughts can lead to feelings of anxiety and despair. It is important to recognize that our habits are not set in stone. They can be changed and replaced with new, more positive habits that align with our goals and values. It takes conscious effort and dedication to break old habits and form new ones, but the rewards are well worth it. One of the keys to changing our habits is through mindfulness. By becoming more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, we can start to identify the habits that are holding us back and work towards creating new, healthier habits. Mindfulness also helps us to stay present in the moment rather than being caught up in past regrets or future worries. Another important aspect of changing habits is consistency. It is not enough to simply decide to change a habit. We must consistently practice the new behavior in order for it to become ingrained. This requires discipline and commitment, but the more we practice, the easier it becomes. In addition to mindfulness and consistency, it is also helpful to set specific, achievable goals for ourselves. By creating a clear vision of the habits we want to change and the outcomes we hope to achieve, we can stay motivated and focused on our journey towards significant change. As we delve deeper into the world of habits and their impact on our lives, it is important to remember that change is possible. By understanding the power of habits, practicing mindfulness, staying consistent, and setting goals, we can begin to transform our daily habits and create a life that is filled with purpose, positivity, and success. In today's fast-paced world, the quest for personal growth and success can often feel like an uphill battle. With so many distractions and obstacles standing in our way, it can be challenging to stay focused on our goals and make progress towards achieving them. But what if I told you that the key to unlocking your full potential lies in the small, seemingly insignificant habits that make up your daily routine? In this chapter, we are going to explore the power of habits and their ability to significantly impact our lives. We will delve deep into the world of habits, from what they are and how they are formed to how they can be harnessed to propel us towards personal growth and success. By understanding the role that habits play in shaping our lives, we can begin to identify the key habits that can truly make a difference in our journey towards self-improvement. So, what exactly is a habit? At its core, a habit is a routine behavior that is performed automatically, often without any conscious thought. Our daily lives are filled with habits, from the way we brush our teeth in the morning to the way we unwind after a long day at work. While some habits may seem trivial, they have the power to shape our lives in profound ways. But not all habits are created equal. Some habits can hold us back from reaching our full potential, while others can propel us forward towards our goals. It is crucial that we take the time to identify the habits that are serving us well and those that are hindering our progress. By becoming aware of our habits, we can begin to make intentional choices about how we want to shape our lives. One key habit that can contribute to personal growth and success is the habit of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment without judgment or distraction. By cultivating mindfulness in our daily lives, we can become more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions, allowing us to make wiser decisions and take purposeful steps towards our goals. Another important habit that can lead to personal growth and success is the habit of gratitude. By cultivating a mindset of gratitude, we can shift our focus from what is lacking in our lives to what we already have. When we approach life with a sense of gratitude, we open ourselves up to receiving more blessings and opportunities, leading to greater fulfillment and success. In addition to mindfulness and gratitude, there are many other key habits that can contribute to personal growth and success. These may include the habits of goal setting, self-reflection, and self-care. By incorporating these habits into our daily routine, we can create a solid foundation for personal growth and development. It is important to remember that change does not happen overnight. Developing new habits takes time, effort, and patience. But by taking small steps each day towards cultivating positive habits, we can make significant progress towards achieving our goals and creating the life we desire. So as we continue on our journey towards personal growth and success, let us be mindful of the habits that shape our lives. Let us choose habits that empower us, inspire us, and lead us closer to our true potential. And most importantly, let us remember that even the smallest of steps can have a big impact on our path towards greatness. Let us embrace the power of habits and unleash our full potential. Chapter 3. In order to achieve significant change through habits, it is crucial to break down the process of habit formation and understand how to make these changes stick. Habits are powerful patterns of behavior that are formed through repetition and consistency. They are often deeply ingrained in our subconscious mind, making them difficult to break. However, by understanding the science behind habit formation and implementing certain strategies, we can create new habits that will have a lasting impact on our lives. One of the key components of forming new habits is understanding the habit loop. The habit loop consists of three main components: the cue, the routine, and the reward. The cue is the trigger that prompts the habit, the routine is the behavior itself, and the reward is the positive reinforcement that reinforces the habit. By identifying these components in our existing habits, we can begin to deconstruct and rewire them in order to create new, positive habits. Another important aspect of habit formation is consistency. In order for a habit to become ingrained in our daily routine, we must practice it consistently over an extended period of time. This requires dedication and discipline, as well as a willingness to push through any obstacles that may arise. By setting clear goals and holding ourselves accountable, we can establish a strong foundation for our new habits to thrive. Additionally, it is important to cultivate self-awareness in order to break free from negative habits and replace them with positive ones. By tuning into our thoughts and emotions, we can begin to understand the root causes of our behaviors and make conscious choices to change them. This process of self-reflection and introspection is essential for personal growth and transformation. Furthermore, it is crucial to surround ourselves with positive influences and create a supportive environment that fosters our growth and development. By seeking out like-minded individuals who share our values and goals, we can draw inspiration and motivation from their success. Building a strong support network can help us stay on track and overcome any challenges that may come our way. In addition to external support, it is important to cultivate a sense of inner strength and resilience. By tapping into our spiritual beliefs and connecting with our higher self, we can find the inner resources needed to overcome any obstacles that may stand in our way. Through prayer, meditation, and self-reflection, we can deepen our connection to our true selves and align with our highest purpose. In conclusion, forming new habits requires a deep understanding of the habit loop, consistency, self-awareness, a supportive environment, and inner strength. By implementing these strategies, we can break free from negative patterns of behavior and create new, positive habits that will have a lasting impact on our lives. Remember, small steps lead to big changes, so start today and watch as your habits transform your life for the better. Chapter 4. As we continue our journey towards achieving significant change through habits, it is important to explore the concept of keystone habits and their ripple effects on other areas of life. Keystone habits are small, seemingly insignificant actions that have the power to spark a chain reaction of positive change in our lives. These habits act as the foundation upon which we can build a life of purpose, fulfillment, and success. One of the key aspects of keystone habits is their ability to create a sense of momentum in our lives. When we adopt a keystone habit, we are setting the stage for further growth and development in other areas of our life. For example, incorporating a daily practice of meditation can lead to a greater sense of peace and clarity, which in turn can improve our relationships, work performance, and overall well-being. Furthermore, keystone habits have the power to catalyze a ripple effect of positive change throughout our lives. Just as a single pebble can create ripples that spread across a pond, a keystone habit can have far-reaching effects on our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. By focusing on cultivating keystone habits, we can unlock the potential for transformation and growth in every aspect of our lives. One of the most powerful keystone habits is the practice of gratitude. When we cultivate a mindset of gratitude, we are able to shift our perspective from lack to abundance, from negativity to positivity. By taking the time to acknowledge and appreciate the blessings in our lives, we can cultivate a sense of joy, contentment, and peace. This sense of gratitude can have a profound impact on our relationships, our work, and our overall sense of well-being. Another keystone habit that can have a transformative effect on our lives is the practice of self-care. Too often, we neglect our own needs in favor of caring for others or pursuing external goals. However, when we prioritize our own well-being and make time for activities that nourish our bodies, minds, and souls, we are better equipped to show up fully in every area of our lives. By taking care of ourselves first, we are able to give more to others and create a positive ripple effect of healing and growth. In addition to gratitude and self-care, other keystone habits that can have a powerful impact on our lives include mindfulness, exercise, and healthy eating. By incorporating these habits into our daily routines, we can create a strong foundation for lasting change and growth. These habits act as the building blocks upon which we can construct a life of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. It is important to remember that change is a gradual process and that transformation does not happen overnight. By focusing on cultivating keystone habits and allowing their ripple effects to unfold naturally, we can create lasting change that will continue to benefit us for years to come. With each small step we take towards creating positive habits, we are moving closer towards achieving our full potential and living a life of purpose and passion. As we reflect on the concept of keystone habits and their ripple effects on other areas of life, let us remember that change begins with a single step. By making a commitment to cultivate habits that nourish our bodies, minds, and souls, we are setting the stage for a life of growth, transformation, and fulfillment. May we have the courage and perseverance to embrace change, and may we have the wisdom to recognize the power of small steps in creating big impact in our lives. Chapter 5. As we continue our journey towards achieving significant change through habits, we must now focus on creating a habit loop and leveraging cues to reinforce positive behaviors. The key to lasting change lies in understanding how habits are formed and how we can use this knowledge to our advantage. A habit loop consists of three components: the cue, the routine, and the reward. The cue is a trigger that prompts us to engage in a specific behavior, the routine is the behavior itself, and the reward is the positive outcome that reinforces the behavior. By understanding this loop, we can begin to actively shape our habits and create a cycle of positive behavior. The first step in creating a habit loop is to identify a cue that will prompt us to engage in the desired behavior. This could be a specific time of day, a particular location, or even an emotional trigger. By recognizing what prompts us to engage in a behavior, we can begin to consciously use these cues to our advantage. Once we have identified the cue, we can then focus on establishing the routine, the behavior that we want to turn into a habit. This could be anything from exercising daily to practicing gratitude to reading before bed. By consistently engaging in this behavior, we begin to rewire our brains and make it easier to engage in this behavior in the future. Finally, we must ensure that we receive a reward for engaging in the desired behavior. This could be a feeling of accomplishment, a sense of pride, or even a physical reward. By associating a positive outcome with the behavior, we reinforce the habit loop and make it more likely that we will continue to engage in the behavior in the future. But how do we leverage cues to reinforce positive behaviors? One powerful way to do this is by creating environmental cues that prompt us to engage in the desired behavior. This could be as simple as placing a reminder on our bathroom mirror to meditate each morning or setting out our exercise clothes the night before. By surrounding ourselves with cues that prompt us to engage in positive behaviors, we make it easier to stick to our habits. Another way to leverage cues is by establishing a routine. By engaging in the desired behavior at the same time each day or in the same location, we begin to create associations that make it easier to engage in the behavior in the future. For example, if we always practice gratitude before bed, our brain will begin to associate bedtime with gratitude and make it easier to engage in this behavior each night. But perhaps the most powerful way to leverage cues is by tapping into our emotions. By associating positive emotions with the desired behavior, we make it more likely that we will engage in the behavior in the future. This could be as simple as visualizing the feeling of accomplishment that comes from completing a workout or focusing on the joy that comes from practicing self-care. By connecting positive emotions to the behavior, we make it easier to stick to our habits and achieve lasting change. In order to create a habit loop and leverage cues to reinforce positive behaviors, it is important to be intentional and consistent. By taking the time to identify the cue, establish the routine, and receive the reward, we can begin to reshape our habits and make it easier to stick to our desired behaviors. By surrounding ourselves with environmental cues, establishing routines, and tapping into our emotions, we can create a cycle of positive behavior that will lead to lasting change. As we continue on this journey towards achieving significant change through habits, let us remember the power of the habit loop and the importance of leveraging cues to reinforce positive behaviors. By being intentional and consistent in our efforts, we can create lasting change and transform our lives for the better. Let us embrace the power of habits and use them to propel us towards our goals. As we journey towards achieving significant change in our lives, it is important to recognize the power of habits. Habits shape our daily routines, influence our decisions, and ultimately determine the direction of our lives. In this chapter, we will explore the concept of habit stacking as a powerful tool for building a routine that supports our goals. Habit stacking is a simple yet effective strategy that involves linking new habits to existing ones. By piggybacking new behaviors onto established routines, we can create a seamless sequence of actions that reinforce positive change. This approach leverages the power of habit formation and makes it easier to stick to new habits over time. The first step in implementing habit stacking is to identify your existing routines and pinpoint the key habits that form the foundation of your daily life. These could be activities such as brushing your teeth, making your morning coffee, or going for a daily walk. Once you have identified these anchor habits, you can start to layer new habits on top of them. For example, if you have a morning routine that includes making a cup of tea, you could stack a new habit of gratitude journaling onto this existing behavior. By linking these two activities together, you create a trigger that reminds you to practice gratitude each morning. Over time, this habit stack becomes automatic, making it easier to maintain your gratitude practice. Another important aspect of habit stacking is to be intentional about the habits you choose to add to your routine. It is essential to select habits that align with your goals and values, as these will be the most meaningful and impactful in the long run. By focusing on habits that support your personal growth and well-being, you can create a routine that propels you towards success. As you begin to implement habit stacking in your daily life, it is important to be patient with yourself. Building new habits takes time and effort, and it is normal to encounter challenges along the way. Remember to be gentle with yourself and celebrate small victories as you progress towards your goals. In addition to incorporating new habits into your routine, it is also important to periodically review and adjust your habit stack. Life is constantly changing, and what works for you now may not be as effective in the future. By regularly reviewing your habits and making adjustments as needed, you can ensure that your routine continues to support your goals. Ultimately, habit stacking is a powerful tool for creating lasting change in your life. By linking new habits to existing routines, you can build a strong foundation for success and create a routine that empowers you to reach your full potential. Embrace the power of habit stacking and watch as small steps lead to big impacts in your life. Chapter 7. As we embark on the journey of habit change, we may encounter numerous obstacles and setbacks along the way. These challenges are a natural part of the process, and overcoming them is essential for achieving significant change in our lives. In this chapter, we will explore some common obstacles that may arise and strategies for overcoming them. One of the most common obstacles we face when trying to change our habits is resistance. Our minds are resistant to change as they are programmed to seek comfort and familiarity. When we try to break free from our old patterns and create new habits, our minds may resist, causing us to feel stuck and unable to move forward. To overcome resistance, we must first recognize it for what it is, a natural reaction to change. Instead of fighting against our resistance, we can choose to acknowledge it and let it go. By adopting a mindset of acceptance and openness, we can move through our resistance with grace and ease. Another common obstacle on the path of habit change is self-doubt. When we set out to create new habits, we may doubt our ability to succeed. We may question whether we have what it takes to make lasting changes in our lives. To overcome self-doubt, we must cultivate self-confidence and believe in our own potential. We must remind ourselves that we are capable of creating the life we desire and that our dreams are within reach. By replacing self-doubt with self-belief, we can overcome this obstacle and move closer to our goals. Fear is another obstacle that often stands in the way of habit change. We may fear the unknown, the possibility of failure, or the judgment of others. These fears can paralyze us and prevent us from taking the necessary steps towards creating new habits. To overcome fear, we must confront it head-on. We must acknowledge our fears and understand that they are simply illusions created by our minds. By facing our fears with courage and determination, we can diminish their power over us and move forward with confidence. Procrastination is yet another obstacle that many of us face when trying to change our habits. We may put off taking action, convincing ourselves that we will start tomorrow or next week. This pattern of procrastination can derail our progress and prevent us from achieving our goals. To overcome procrastination, we must break our tasks down into smaller, more manageable steps. By taking small, consistent actions each day, we can build momentum and create positive habits that will lead to lasting change. By holding ourselves accountable and committing to our goals, we can overcome procrastination and move closer to our desired outcomes. In times of setback, it is important to remember that change is not a linear process. There may be times when we face challenges and obstacles that make us question our ability to succeed. It is during these times that our resilience and determination are put to the test. To overcome setbacks, we must cultivate a sense of perseverance and never give up on our dreams. We must learn from our failures and use them as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. By embracing setbacks as part of the journey, we can emerge stronger and more resilient than ever before. As we navigate the obstacles and setbacks on the path of habit change, it is important to remember that we are not alone. We have the support of the universe, our higher selves, and our inner guidance to help us along the way. By tapping into this support system and trusting in the process, we can overcome any challenge that comes our way. In conclusion, overcoming common obstacles and setbacks in the journey of habit change requires courage, determination, and a willingness to face our fears head-on. By adopting a mindset of acceptance, self-belief, and perseverance, we can move through resistance, self-doubt, fear, and procrastination with grace and ease. Remember, you are capable of achieving significant change in your life, one small step at a time. Chapter 8. Accountability is a powerful tool that can help us stay on track and motivated as we strive to make significant changes in our lives. When we set goals for ourselves, it can be easy to stray from them when faced with challenges or distractions. But by enlisting the help of others to hold us accountable, we can increase our chances of success and stay focused on our objectives. The power of accountability lies in the support and encouragement that it provides. When we have someone who is holding us accountable, we are more likely to stick to our commitments and follow through on our plans. This can be especially helpful when we are trying to break old habits or establish new ones. Knowing that someone is watching and expecting us to make progress can be a powerful motivator to keep us on track. One of the ways that we can harness the power of accountability is by enlisting the help of a friend, family member, or mentor to check in on us regularly. By setting up regular meetings or check-ins with someone who is invested in our success, we can create a system of accountability that helps us stay focused and motivated. This person can provide us with feedback, support, and encouragement, as well as hold us to our commitments and help us overcome any obstacles that may arise. Another way to utilize the power of accountability is by joining a support group or community of like-minded individuals who are also working towards similar goals. By surrounding ourselves with people who share our values and aspirations, we can create a sense of accountability that comes from within the group. Members of the group can provide each other with support, encouragement, and guidance, as well as hold each other accountable for their actions and progress. This kind of collective accountability can be a powerful force for change, as it creates a sense of shared responsibility and commitment to each other's success. In addition to external sources of accountability, it is also important to hold ourselves accountable for our own actions and progress. This means taking responsibility for our choices and behavior and being honest with ourselves about where we are falling short. By setting clear goals, tracking our progress, and holding ourselves to high standards, we can create a sense of personal accountability that motivates us to stay on track and work towards our objectives. When it comes to accountability, consistency is key. It is important to establish a routine of regular check-ins, meetings, or progress updates to ensure that we are staying on track and making steady progress towards our goals. By making ourselves accountable to others and to ourselves on a consistent basis, we can create a sense of momentum and motivation that propels us towards success. In conclusion, accountability is a powerful tool that can help us stay on track and motivated as we work towards making significant changes in our lives. By enlisting the help of others, joining support groups, and holding ourselves accountable for our actions, we can create a system of accountability that keeps us focused, motivated, and on the path to achieving our goals. Remember, small steps can lead to big impact, and accountability can help us make sure that we are taking those steps in the right direction. As we journey through life, it is inevitable that our circumstances will change. We may experience new opportunities, challenges, or obstacles that require us to adapt and adjust our habits in order to align with our evolving goals. In Chapter 9 of Small Steps, Big Impact, Achieving Significant Change Through Habits, we will explore the importance of being flexible and open to change in order to continue making progress towards our desired outcomes. Change is often met with resistance as we become comfortable in our familiar routines and habits. However, it is essential to understand that change is a natural part of life, and by embracing it with an open mind and heart, we can create space for growth and transformation. By being willing to adapt to changing circumstances, we can ensure that our habits continue to serve us in achieving our goals. One of the first steps in adapting to change is to assess our current habits and identify areas where adjustments may be necessary. This requires a deep level of self-reflection and introspection, as we must be honest with ourselves about which habits are no longer serving us and may be hindering our progress. By acknowledging these habits, we can begin the process of letting go and making room for new, more beneficial behaviors. It is important to approach this process with a sense of curiosity and openness rather than judgment or self-criticism. Every habit we have serves a purpose, whether it be to provide comfort, security, or a sense of control. By understanding the underlying motivations behind our habits, we can more effectively determine which ones need to be adjusted in order to align with our evolving goals. As we begin to make changes to our habits, it is essential to be patient and gentle with ourselves. Change does not happen overnight, and it is perfectly normal to experience setbacks or challenges along the way. By approaching this process with a sense of compassion and self-love, we can make the journey towards aligning our habits with our goals a more enriching and rewarding experience. In adapting to change, it is important to cultivate a sense of flexibility and resilience. We must be willing to let go of old habits that no longer serve us and be open to trying new behaviors that align with our evolving goals. This may require stepping outside of our comfort zones and confronting our fears and insecurities, but the rewards of doing so are immeasurable. One powerful tool in adapting to change is the practice of mindfulness. By being fully present in the moment and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions, we can more effectively identify which habits are holding us back and which ones are propelling us forward. Mindfulness allows us to make conscious choices about our behaviors rather than acting on autopilot or out of habit. In addition to mindfulness, incorporating self-care practices into our daily routine can also support us in adapting to change. Taking care of our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being is essential in ensuring that we have the energy and resilience to make the necessary adjustments to our habits. This may include engaging in activities that bring us joy, connecting with loved ones, or seeking support from a trusted mentor or coach. As we continue to adapt to changes and adjust our habits to align with our evolving goals, it is important to remember that this journey is not a linear process. There will be ups and downs, victories and setbacks, but each step along the way is a valuable learning experience that brings us closer to our true potential. By embracing change with courage and resilience, we can continue to grow and evolve one small step at a time. In conclusion, adapting to changes and adjusting our habits to align with evolving goals is an essential component of achieving significant change through habits. By approaching this process with an open mind and heart, cultivating mindfulness and self-care practices, and embracing flexibility and resilience, we can continue to make progress towards our desired outcomes. Remember, change is not something to be feared, but rather an opportunity for growth and transformation. Trust in the process and know that each small step you take is bringing you closer to the life you truly desire. As we navigate our journey of personal growth and self-improvement, it is crucial to understand the deep connection between our habits and our mindset. These two elements work hand in hand to shape our reality and influence the trajectory of our lives. In this chapter, we will delve deeper into the intricate relationship between habits and mindset and explore how they intertwine and impact each other in profound ways. Our habits are the daily routines, behaviors, and actions that we carry out without much thought. They are the autopilot settings that govern a large portion of our lives and dictate our outcomes. Our mindset, on the other hand, is the collection of beliefs, attitudes, and perspectives that we hold about ourselves and the world around us. It is the lens through which we view the world and interpret our experiences. The power of habits lies in their ability to shape our mindset over time. When we engage in positive habits consistently, they send a message to our subconscious mind that we are capable, disciplined, and in control of our lives. This, in turn, strengthens our mindset and reinforces beliefs of self-efficacy, resilience, and abundance. On the contrary, negative habits can create a mindset of self-doubt, procrastination, and scarcity, perpetuating a cycle of mediocrity and unfulfillment. Our mindset, on the other hand, plays a crucial role in shaping our habits. Our beliefs and attitudes about ourselves determine the behaviors we engage in and the choices we make. If we have a growth mindset that believes in our ability to change, grow, and improve, we are more likely to adopt positive habits that align with our goals and aspirations. Conversely, a fixed mindset that believes in limitations, failures, and excuses can hinder our ability to develop healthy habits and make meaningful changes in our lives. By understanding the symbiotic relationship between habits and mindset, we can leverage this knowledge to create lasting transformation in our lives. When we consciously cultivate positive habits that align with our values and goals, we not only reinforce a growth-oriented mindset but also create a solid foundation for personal growth and success. Likewise, when we work on shifting our mindset towards positivity, gratitude, and empowerment, we pave the way for adopting healthy habits that support our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. To harness the power of habits and mindset, it is important to start by assessing our current habits and mindset. Take a moment to reflect on the routines, behaviors, and thought patterns that have been shaping your reality. Are they serving your highest good and helping you progress towards your goals? Or are they holding you back and keeping you stuck in a cycle of negativity and self-sabotage? Once you have identified areas for improvement, set realistic goals for developing new habits and shifting your mindset. Start small and focus on making incremental changes that are sustainable and aligned with your values. Whether it's practicing gratitude daily, setting aside time for self-care, or challenging limiting beliefs, every small step you take towards positive change will have a ripple effect on your habits and mindset. Remember, change takes time, consistency, and patience. Habits are not formed overnight, and mindset shifts do not happen overnight. It is a journey of self-discovery, growth, and transformation that requires dedication, commitment, and resilience. Embrace the process, celebrate your progress, and trust in the power of small steps to create big impact in your life. As you continue on your path of personal development, remember that habits and mindset are the pillars that support your growth and evolution. Cultivate positive habits that nurture your mind, body, and spirit, and cultivate a mindset of abundance, possibility, and self-love. By aligning your habits with your mindset, you can create a harmonious balance that empowers you to achieve significant change and manifest your fullest potential. Trust in the wisdom of your habits and mindset and let them guide you towards a life of fulfillment, purpose, and joy. As we continue on our journey towards creating significant change in our lives through the power of habits, we must now explore the practice of mindfulness and how it can transform our daily routines. Mindfulness is a powerful tool that can help us increase our awareness, focus, and ultimately our impact on the world around us. What is mindfulness, you may ask? Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, sensations, and surroundings without judgment. It is about living in the moment, being conscious of our actions, and cultivating a deep sense of gratitude for the present moment. Integrating mindfulness practices into our daily habits can have a profound impact on our lives. By being more mindful, we become more aware of our thoughts and emotions, allowing us to respond to situations with clarity and purpose rather than reacting impulsively. This can lead to better decision-making, improved relationships, and a greater sense of overall well-being. One way to incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine is through the practice of mindful breathing. Take a few moments each day to focus on your breath, paying attention to the sensation of air entering and leaving your body. This simple practice can help calm your mind, reduce stress, and increase your overall sense of peace and well-being. Another way to cultivate mindfulness is by practicing mindfulness meditation. Find a quiet space where you can sit comfortably and focus on your breath, body, or a specific thought or mantra. Allow yourself to be fully present in the moment, letting go of any distractions or worries that may arise. Over time, this practice can help you develop a greater sense of self-awareness and inner peace. In addition to formal mindfulness practices, you can also incorporate mindfulness into your daily activities. Whether you are eating a meal, washing the dishes, or taking a walk, make an effort to be fully present and engaged in the moment. Notice the sights, sounds, and sensations around you and savor the experience with all of your senses. By integrating mindfulness practices into your daily habits, you can begin to experience the profound benefits of increased awareness and focus. As you become more mindful, you may find that you are better able to connect with your inner self, understand your motivations and desires, and make more intentional choices that align with your values and goals. Remember, mindfulness is not about perfection or achieving a certain state of mind. It is about being kind and compassionate towards yourself and others and embracing each moment with an open heart and a curious mind. By practicing mindfulness regularly, you can cultivate a deep sense of inner peace, resilience, and joy that will carry you through life's challenges and triumphs. As we continue to explore the power of habits and their potential to create meaningful change in our lives, let us remember the importance of integrating mindfulness into our daily routines. By staying present, aware, and focused, we can cultivate a deeper sense of connection to ourselves and the world around us, leading to a more fulfilling and impactful life. Chapter 12. Strengthening willpower and self-discipline to sustain habit changes in the long term. As we continue on our journey of habit change, it is important to address the role of willpower and self-discipline in sustaining these changes in the long term. Willpower is the ability to resist short-term temptations in order to achieve long-term goals. It is what allows us to stay focused and committed to our habits, even when faced with challenges and setbacks. Self-discipline, on the other hand, is the practice of controlling one's impulses and emotions in order to stay on track with our goals. Willpower and self-discipline are like muscles that need to be exercised and strengthened in order to become more resilient. Just as we can improve our physical strength through regular exercise, we can also improve our willpower and self-discipline through consistent practice and training. In this chapter, we will explore some techniques and strategies that can help us strengthen these important skills so that we can sustain our habit changes for the long term. One of the most effective ways to strengthen willpower and self-discipline is through mindfulness practice. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and aware in the moment, without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we can become more attuned to our thoughts, emotions, and impulses, allowing us to respond to them in a more conscious and intentional way. This can help us resist the urge to give in to temptations that may derail our progress towards our goals. Another powerful technique for strengthening willpower and self-discipline is to set clear and specific goals for ourselves. When we have a clear vision of what we want to achieve, it becomes easier to stay focused and committed to our habits. By breaking down our goals into smaller, manageable steps, we can create a roadmap for success that guides us towards our desired outcome. This can help us stay motivated and on track, even when faced with challenges along the way. In addition to setting clear goals, it is also important to create a supportive environment that encourages healthy habits and discourages negative behaviors. Surrounding ourselves with people who share our goals and values can provide us with the support and encouragement we need to stay committed to our habits. Removing obstacles and distractions that may hinder our progress can also make it easier to stay on track with our goals. By creating a positive and nurturing environment, we can set ourselves up for success in sustaining our habit changes in the long term. Practicing self-care and prioritizing our well-being is another important aspect of strengthening willpower and self-discipline. When we take care of ourselves both physically and mentally, we are better equipped to handle the challenges and stressors that may arise during our habit change journey. Eating nourishing foods, getting regular exercise, and getting enough rest are all important for maintaining our energy and focus. Engaging in activities that bring us joy and relaxation can also help us recharge and stay motivated to continue with our habits. It is also important to cultivate a positive mindset and practice self-compassion as we work towards sustaining our habit changes. It is natural to encounter obstacles and setbacks along the way, but it is important not to be too hard on ourselves when things don't go as planned. Instead of dwelling on our mistakes and failures, we can learn from them and use them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. By practicing self-compassion and forgiveness, we can cultivate a sense of resilience and strength that will help us navigate the ups and downs of our habit change journey. In conclusion, strengthening willpower and self-discipline is essential for sustaining habit changes in the long term. By practicing mindfulness, setting clear goals, creating a supportive environment, prioritizing self-care, and cultivating a positive mindset, we can build the resilience and determination we need to stay committed to our habits. With dedication and perseverance, we can achieve significant change and create lasting impact in our lives. Remember, small steps lead to big impact, and with the right mindset and tools, we can accomplish anything we set our minds to. As we journey through life, we inevitably encounter challenges and obstacles along the way. These challenges may come in various forms, be it personal struggles, professional setbacks, or unexpected hurdles in relationships. It is during these times of difficulty that our mindset plays a crucial role in determining how we navigate through the storm. In this chapter, we will explore the concept of cultivating a growth mindset to embrace challenges and learn from failures. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. This mindset empowers us to view challenges as opportunities for growth and learning rather than insurmountable barriers that hold us back. Embracing challenges with a growth mindset allows us to approach them with a sense of curiosity and resilience. Instead of shying away from difficult tasks, we see them as chances to stretch ourselves and expand our capabilities. We understand that failure is not a reflection of our inherent worth, but rather a stepping stone towards improvement and progress. One of the key aspects of cultivating a growth mindset is reframing our perspective on failure. Instead of viewing failure as a final judgment on our abilities, we see it as a temporary setback that provides valuable lessons for growth. Failure is not the end of the road, but rather a detour that redirects us towards a better path. By embracing failure with an open heart and mind, we can extract wisdom from our mistakes and use them as building blocks for future success. To cultivate a growth mindset, we must also be willing to step out of our comfort zone and take on new challenges. Growth rarely happens within the boundaries of familiarity and predictability. It is only when we push ourselves beyond our limits that we discover our true potential and capabilities. By embracing discomfort and uncertainty, we open ourselves up to a world of endless possibilities and opportunities for growth. In the face of challenges, it is easy to fall into the trap of negative self-talk and self-doubt. We may start to doubt our abilities and question our worthiness in the face of adversity. However, it is during these moments of self-doubt that we must remind ourselves of our inherent strength and resilience. By cultivating self-compassion and self-belief, we can counteract the negative thoughts that threaten to hold us back and instead focus on our ability to rise above the challenges that come our way. Cultivating a growth mindset also involves seeking out opportunities for learning and self-improvement. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, we see them as stepping stones towards personal and professional development. We take feedback as valuable insights into our areas of improvement and use them to refine our skills and abilities. By constantly seeking to learn and grow, we set ourselves on a path towards continuous improvement and success. In conclusion, cultivating a growth mindset is essential for embracing challenges and learning from failures. It empowers us to view setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles that hold us back. By reframing our perspective on failure, stepping out of our comfort zone, and seeking opportunities for learning, we can harness the power of a growth mindset to achieve significant change in our lives. Remember, small steps can have a big impact when fueled by a mindset of growth and resilience. Embrace challenges with an open heart and mind and watch as you soar to new heights of personal and professional success. As we continue on our journey towards achieving significant change through habits, we come to Chapter 14, a chapter that delves into the power of positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is a concept that has been studied extensively in the field of psychology, and its effectiveness in shaping behavior has been well documented. In this chapter, we will explore how we can harness the power of positive reinforcement to reinforce desired behaviors and ultimately transform our lives for the better. At its core, positive reinforcement involves rewarding desired behaviors to increase the likelihood that they will be repeated in the future. This simple yet powerful concept can be applied to virtually any aspect of our lives, from personal habits to professional goals. By consciously reinforcing positive behaviors, we can train our minds to prioritize actions that align with our values and goals, paving the way for lasting change. One of the key benefits of positive reinforcement is that it focuses on the positive aspects of behavior rather than punishing or criticizing negative behaviors. This gentle approach can be much more effective in motivating us to make positive changes, as it cultivates a sense of encouragement and support rather than guilt or shame. When we feel valued and appreciated for our efforts, we are more likely to continue making progress towards our goals. In order to effectively harness the power of positive reinforcement, it is important to first identify the behaviors that we want to reinforce. This could be anything from exercising regularly to practicing mindfulness to being more present in our relationships. Once we have identified our desired behaviors, we can begin to create a system of rewards that will reinforce and incentivize them. When designing a system of positive reinforcement, it is important to choose rewards that are meaningful and motivating to us personally. This could be anything from treating ourselves to a favorite meal, indulging in a relaxing spa day, or simply giving ourselves permission to take a break and unwind. The key is to choose rewards that we genuinely enjoy and that will encourage us to continue making progress towards our goals. In addition to choosing meaningful rewards, it is also important to set clear and achievable goals for ourselves. By breaking down our larger goals into smaller, manageable steps, we can create a sense of momentum and progress that will keep us motivated along the way. Celebrating small victories and milestones along the journey can also help to reinforce positive behaviors and encourage us to keep moving forward. Another important aspect of positive reinforcement is consistency. In order for it to be effective, we must be consistent in both rewarding ourselves for desired behaviors and withholding rewards for undesired behaviors. This requires discipline and self-awareness, as we must be constantly monitoring our actions and making conscious choices that align with our goals. It is also important to cultivate a mindset of gratitude and appreciation as we practice positive reinforcement. By acknowledging and celebrating our progress, no matter how small, we can cultivate a sense of positivity and abundance that will fuel our motivation to continue making positive changes in our lives. Gratitude is a powerful tool that can help us shift our perspective and focus on the blessings and opportunities that surround us rather than dwelling on the challenges and setbacks. As we continue to harness the power of positive reinforcement in our lives, we will begin to notice a profound shift in our habits and behaviors. We will find ourselves naturally gravitating towards actions that support our goals and values, and we will experience a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment in our daily lives. By consciously reinforcing positive behaviors and celebrating our progress along the way, we can create a ripple effect of positive change that will not only transform our own lives but also inspire those around us to do the same. In conclusion, positive reinforcement is a powerful tool that can help us reinforce desired behaviors and achieve lasting change in our lives. By choosing meaningful rewards, setting clear goals, and cultivating a mindset of gratitude, we can create a system of positive reinforcement that will support us on our journey towards personal growth and transformation. Remember, small steps lead to big impact, and by harnessing the power of positive reinforcement, we can make those small steps count. As we continue our journey towards achieving significant change through habits, it is important for us to explore the impact of environmental cues on habit formation and behavior. Our external environment plays a crucial role in shaping our habits, as well as influencing our behavior on a daily basis. Think about the physical spaces that you inhabit on a regular basis. Whether it's your home, your workplace, or your neighborhood, each of these environments has the power to either support or hinder your efforts to establish positive habits. By paying attention to the environmental cues that surround us, we can begin to make small yet significant changes that will have a big impact on our overall well-being. One of the key principles of habit formation is the concept of trigger, behavior, reward. In order to establish a new habit, we must first identify a specific trigger that will prompt us to engage in the desired behavior. This trigger could be anything from a specific time of day to a particular location or even a certain emotional state. By consciously creating a link between the trigger, the behavior, and the reward, we can begin to build a strong foundation for lasting change. When it comes to our external environment, there are countless cues that can serve as triggers for our habits. For example, the presence of unhealthy snacks on your kitchen counter may prompt you to reach for them whenever you feel hungry. On the other hand, keeping a water bottle on your desk at work can serve as a cue to stay hydrated throughout the day. By paying attention to these environmental cues and making intentional choices about our surroundings, we can set ourselves up for success in the journey towards positive habit formation. It is also important to consider the people we surround ourselves with and how they influence our habits and behaviors. Research has shown that we are heavily influenced by the habits of those around us, whether consciously or unconsciously. If we want to establish healthy habits, it is essential to surround ourselves with individuals who embody the values and behaviors that we aspire to cultivate in our own lives. In addition to the physical environment and the people around us, our digital environment also plays a significant role in shaping our habits. With the rise of technology and social media, we are constantly bombarded with stimuli that can either support or hinder our efforts to establish positive habits. By being mindful of our online habits and setting boundaries around our digital consumption, we can create a more intentional and focused environment that supports our goals for personal growth and development. Ultimately, the key to harnessing the power of environmental cues lies in our ability to cultivate mindfulness and awareness in our daily lives. By paying attention to the subtle triggers that surround us, we can begin to make conscious choices that align with our values and goals. Small steps taken consistently over time can lead to big impact in the realm of habit formation and behavior change. As we continue on this journey of self-discovery and growth, let us remember the power that lies within us to create lasting change through the small yet intentional choices we make each day. As we continue to journey toward our goals, it is important to remember the value of tracking our progress and celebrating the small victories along the way. Developing a personalized system for tracking our progress can help us stay motivated and focused on our ultimate vision. By paying attention to the small steps we take each day, we can see the impact they are making on our journey and feel proud of the progress we are making. One powerful way to track our progress is by keeping a journal or log of our daily habits and actions. This can be as simple as writing down the tasks we have completed each day or as detailed as recording our thoughts and feelings about our progress. By taking the time to reflect on our actions, we can gain valuable insights into what is working well for us and where we may need to make adjustments. Another effective method for tracking progress is by using a visual aid, such as a habit tracker or progress chart. These tools can help us see at a glance how consistently we are sticking to our habits and how far we have come on our journey. By visually representing our progress, we can stay motivated and inspired to keep moving forward. It is also important to celebrate the small victories we achieve along the way. Each time we reach a milestone or overcome a challenge, it is important to take a moment to acknowledge and celebrate our accomplishment. By celebrating our successes, no matter how small, we can boost our confidence and momentum to continue moving toward our goals. One powerful way to celebrate our victories is by practicing gratitude. By taking the time to reflect on the things we are grateful for, we can cultivate a positive mindset and focus on the abundance in our lives. When we acknowledge and appreciate the progress we have made, we invite more success and abundance into our lives. In addition to gratitude, it can also be helpful to reward ourselves for reaching milestones or achieving goals. This can be as simple as treating ourselves to a small indulgence or taking some time to relax and recharge. By rewarding ourselves for our hard work, we can reinforce positive behaviors and motivate ourselves to continue making progress. As we develop our personalized system for tracking progress and celebrating small victories, it is important to remember that every step we take, no matter how small, brings us closer to our ultimate vision. By staying focused on our goals, celebrating our successes, and staying accountable for our actions, we can achieve significant change and create lasting habits that will propel us toward our dreams. Remember, it is the small steps we take each day that lead to the big impact we desire in our lives. Chapter 17. In the journey towards significant change through habits, setbacks are inevitable. They are a natural part of the process, a test of our resilience and commitment to our goals. Building resilience is crucial in bouncing back from these setbacks, for it is often in the face of adversity that we truly discover our inner strength and determination. Setbacks can come in many forms: a lapse in willpower, a failure to meet a goal, unexpected obstacles that hinder our progress. They can be disheartening and frustrating, leading us to doubt our ability to achieve the change we desire. But setbacks are not a sign of failure, rather, they are opportunities for growth and learning. Resilience is the ability to adapt to adversity, to overcome challenges and setbacks with grace and determination. It is a quality that can be cultivated through practice and mindfulness by developing a mindset that is focused on growth and self-improvement. Building resilience is an essential part of the habit change process, for without it, we may be easily discouraged and tempted to give up when faced with obstacles. One way to build resilience is to cultivate a sense of self-compassion. When we experience setbacks, it is important to be kind to ourselves and to treat ourselves with the same care and understanding that we would offer to a friend in a similar situation. Self-compassion allows us to acknowledge our struggles and shortcomings without judgment and to see setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning. Another important aspect of building resilience is maintaining a positive mindset. A positive attitude can help us see setbacks as temporary challenges rather than insurmountable obstacles and can give us the strength and motivation to keep moving forward towards our goals. By focusing on the progress we have made and the lessons we have learned, we can stay motivated and resilient in the face of adversity. It is also important to practice gratitude and mindfulness in building resilience. Gratitude allows us to appreciate the progress we have made and the blessings in our lives, even in the face of setbacks. Mindfulness helps us stay present and focused, allowing us to respond to challenges with clarity and intention. By cultivating these practices, we can build the inner strength and resilience needed to bounce back from setbacks and continue on our journey towards significant change through habits. In moments of setback, it is important to remember that change is not a linear process. It is often messy and unpredictable, with ups and downs along the way. Setbacks are a natural part of the journey towards significant change, and they do not define our progress or our worth. By cultivating resilience and maintaining a positive mindset, we can bounce back from setbacks with grace and determination and continue on our path towards achieving our goals. Remember, setbacks are not failures, they are opportunities for growth and learning. Embrace them with resilience and self-compassion and use them as stepping stones towards achieving significant change through habits. Stay focused, stay determined, and never lose sight of the positive impact your small steps can have on your life and the lives of others. With resilience and perseverance, you can overcome any obstacle and achieve your dreams. As we continue on our journey of habit formation, it is important to acknowledge and address the role that social influences and peer pressure play in our daily lives. We are constantly surrounded by people who may unknowingly or knowingly influence our habits and decisions. It is crucial to be aware of these influences and ensure that they align with our own values and goals. Peer pressure is a powerful force that can either propel us towards positive change or hinder our progress. It is important to surround ourselves with individuals who support and encourage our growth rather than hold us back. However, this is easier said than done. Oftentimes, we may find ourselves in situations where we feel pressure to conform to the habits and behaviors of those around us. Navigating social influences and peer pressure requires a strong sense of self-awareness and self-confidence. It is important to be secure in our own values and beliefs so that we can resist the urge to conform to external pressures. One way to do this is to cultivate a strong sense of self-esteem and self-worth. When we value ourselves and our goals, we are less likely to succumb to peer pressure. Another important aspect of navigating social influences is setting boundaries. It is important to establish clear boundaries with others and communicate our needs and values effectively. By setting boundaries, we can protect ourselves from negative influences and ensure that our habits are in alignment with our goals. In addition to setting boundaries, it is also important to seek out positive influences and role models. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who inspire and motivate us can be incredibly powerful. These individuals can provide us with guidance, support, and encouragement as we work towards achieving our goals. It is also important to remember that we have the power to influence others as well. By leading by example and living in alignment with our values, we can inspire those around us to make positive changes in their own lives. By being a positive influence on others, we can create a ripple effect of positive change in our communities. As we navigate social influences and peer pressure, it is important to remember that we are ultimately responsible for our own choices and actions. While external influences may play a role in shaping our habits, we ultimately have the power to choose how we respond to these influences. By cultivating self-awareness, self-esteem, and positive relationships, we can navigate social influences and peer pressure with grace and confidence. In conclusion, navigating social influences and peer pressure when it comes to habit formation requires a strong sense of self-awareness, self-confidence, and self-worth. By setting boundaries, seeking out positive influences, and leading by example, we can resist negative influences and cultivate habits that align with our values and goals. Remember, you have the power to create significant change in your life through small steps and big impact. As we continue on our journey of cultivating positive habits in our lives, we must address a crucial aspect of maintaining a habit routine: the balance between flexibility and consistency. Finding the right harmony between these two elements is key to long-term success in achieving significant change through habits. Flexibility is essential in navigating the ever-changing landscape of life. Life is unpredictable and can throw unexpected challenges our way. It is important to be adaptable and open to making adjustments to our habit routine when necessary. This flexibility allows us to respond effectively to any curveballs that life may throw at us without causing us to abandon our habits altogether. However, while flexibility is important, consistency is equally vital in ensuring the sustainability of our habits. Consistency is the backbone of any successful habit routine. It is the daily commitment to showing up and putting in the work even when we may not feel like it. Consistency is what ultimately leads to the formation of a habit and the lasting impact it has on our lives. So how do we strike the right balance between flexibility and consistency in maintaining our habit routine? The key lies in setting realistic expectations for ourselves. We must acknowledge that life is not always going to go according to plan, and that's okay. We must be willing to adapt and make changes to our routine when needed without compromising on our overall commitment to our habits. One way to balance flexibility and consistency is by setting clear boundaries for ourselves. By defining the non-negotiables in our habit routine, we can ensure that we are prioritizing the most important aspects of our habits while also allowing room for flexibility in other areas. For example, if exercise is a non-negotiable habit for you, make it a priority to fit it into your schedule every day, even if it means adjusting the timing or duration of your workout to accommodate other obligations. Another strategy for balancing flexibility and consistency is to cultivate a mindset of self-compassion. It is important to be kind to ourselves and gentle with our expectations. We are only human, and we are bound to make mistakes from time to time. Instead of berating ourselves for slipping up on our habits, we must treat ourselves with understanding and grace. Remember, progress is not always linear, and setbacks are a natural part of the journey towards change. In addition, practicing mindfulness can help us stay grounded and present in the moment, allowing us to better navigate the ups and downs of maintaining our habit routine. By tuning into our thoughts and emotions, we can gain a deeper understanding of our inner workings and make more intentional choices about how we show up for our habits each day. Ultimately, finding the balance between flexibility and consistency in maintaining a habit routine is an ongoing process that requires patience, resilience, and self-awareness. It is about honoring our commitments to ourselves while also being adaptable and responsive to the changing tides of life. By striking this delicate balance, we can cultivate habits that have a lasting impact on our lives and lead us towards the positive change we seek. As we come to the end of our journey in this book, it is important to take a moment to reflect on the significant changes that we have achieved through small steps. It is often easy to overlook the progress we have made when we are focused on the day-to-day tasks and challenges that come our way. But by taking the time to pause and acknowledge how far we have come, we can gain a sense of fulfillment and motivation to continue making positive changes in our lives. One of the key lessons that we have learned throughout this book is the power of habits in achieving lasting change. By starting small and consistently working on our habits, we have been able to make significant improvements in various areas of our lives. Whether it is adopting a healthy eating habit, implementing a daily exercise routine, or practicing mindfulness meditation, each small step has contributed to the bigger picture of transformative change. It is important to remember that change does not happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and dedication to break old habits and establish new ones. But by taking small steps each day, we can gradually build momentum and create lasting change that will have a positive impact on our lives in the long run. As we reflect on the journey we have been on, we may realize that there were times when we faltered or faced setbacks. It is important to recognize that this is all part of the process of change. No one is perfect, and it is okay to make mistakes along the way. What matters most is our ability to learn from these experiences, dust ourselves off, and continue moving forward with determination and resilience. In reflecting on our journey, we may also appreciate the support and encouragement we have received from others along the way. Whether it is friends, family, mentors, or even strangers who have inspired us with their own stories of transformation, we have been lifted up by the collective energy of those around us. It is important to express gratitude for all the love and support we have received, as it has played a significant role in helping us achieve our goals. As we look back on the changes we have made, we may also notice how our mindset has shifted. We may have developed a greater sense of self-awareness, compassion, and gratitude. We may have let go of limiting beliefs and negative self-talk and embraced a more positive and empowering mindset. This shift in mindset is crucial in sustaining the changes we have made and continuing to grow and evolve as individuals. In conclusion, reflecting on the journey we have been on and acknowledging the significant changes we have achieved through small steps is a powerful way to celebrate our progress and inspire ourselves to keep moving forward. By recognizing the positive impact that our habits have had on our lives, we can cultivate a sense of gratitude, resilience, and empowerment that will serve us well on our continued path of growth and transformation. Remember, small steps lead to big impact. Keep moving forward with courage and confidence, knowing that you have the power to create the life you desire. As we come to the conclusion of this journey together, I want to take a moment to recapitulate the key takeaways and encourage you to continue on the path of growth through habit formation. Throughout this book, we have explored the power of small steps and how they can lead to big impacts in our lives. One of the key messages I hope you take away from this book is the importance of consistency in creating change. By taking small, intentional steps each day, we can gradually build habits that have a lasting impact on our lives. Whether it's starting a morning routine, practicing gratitude, or prioritizing self-care, every small action we take adds up to create significant change over time. Another key takeaway is the power of mindfulness in shaping our habits. By being present in the moment and consciously choosing our actions, we can break free from autopilot and create habits that align with our values and goals. Mindfulness allows us to be more intentional in our choices and cultivate habits that truly serve us. I also want to remind you that setbacks are a natural part of the growth process. It's important to be gentle with yourself and practice self-compassion when things don't go as planned. Remember that every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow stronger in your commitment to creating positive habits. As you reflect on the journey we've taken together, I encourage you to continue exploring new habits and practices that can support your growth and well-being. Whether it's meditation, exercise, journaling, or any other habit that resonates with you, keep experimenting and finding what works best for you. Remember, change is a gradual process, and every small step you take is a victory on your path to personal growth. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and trust in the power of consistency and dedication to bring about lasting change in your life. I want to thank you for joining me on this journey and for committing to your own growth and transformation. I believe in your ability to create the life you desire through the power of habits, and I encourage you to continue taking small steps each day towards becoming the best version of yourself. May you find courage in the face of challenges, strength in the midst of uncertainty, and joy in the journey of personal growth. Remember, it's the small steps you take each day that lead to big impacts in your life. Embrace change, cultivate habits that align with your values, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. I wish you all the best on your continued journey of growth and self-discovery. May you walk with confidence, purpose, and grace as you create the life of your dreams through the power of small steps and big impacts. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your transformation. Go forth with courage and intention, knowing that the power to change your life lies within you.